Hi again. Jesus, what kind of a Messiah is he? What kind of a Messiah was he? Well, let me ask you a question. Do you have expectations, those of you who are believers, that Jesus is going to come back? I'm sure you do. Well, what are your expectations? Is he going to come back like the Son of Man, on clouds with an army of angels and going to eradicate evil finally and do all these wonderful things that we've been led to believe in the prophecies of Revelation and the prophecies that even Jesus talks about when the Son of Man comes? And wow. It's said when the relationships go awry when you either don't get what you expected or what you get you didn't expect. That's what happened to Jesus 20 centuries ago. In short, he was not the Messiah they were expecting. Imagine if he came back doing the same thing all over again, teaching us beautiful things, healing right and left. Would we believe he was a Messiah? Probably not. We shouldn't be too hard on the Jewish people. They were given to understand at least two realities would be present for Jesus. Two streams from the Hebrew Bible, two streams of prophecy. First of all, the coming Messiah. Messias means anointed of God. Christos is Greek for Messias, which is Hebrew. If you take the Messiah, Messias, and change it over to Greek, it's Christ, Christos. Jesus, who is the Christos, who is the Christ. The Messiah. What kind of a Messiah? First of all, he's going to be the son of David. All kinds of prophecies in the Hebrew Bible that Jesus will be the fulfillment of, and from David's own seed, and he'll resurrect, regenerate the Davidic monarchy, and Israel will be a great nation again. That's one set of prophecies. Hey, if you're the Messiah, you got to do this. The second, and it's a long, convoluted story of the intertestamental period from the end of the 5th century BC to the beginning of the New Testament, intertestamental literature period, when you had the rise of apocalyptic literature. I'm throwing too much out, forgive me, but it probably begins in the Hebrew Bible with Daniel, when he talks about one like a son of man. You get the idea of a son of man who's an apocalyptic figure who's going to come down from heaven with an army of angels and destroy the kingdoms of the world in order to regenerate the eternal world that's going to be the kingdom of heaven, where suffering will end, death will end, and all these grand and glorious things that the Israelis were waiting for then, the Israelites, and the Christians are waiting for now. Well, Jesus was, I guess, the son of David. He was called that, but he didn't do what he was supposed to do. And he spoke about the Son of Man in the third person, rarely in the first person. He would say, well, when the Son of Man comes, only in a couple of times was it clear that he was the Son of Man. But he didn't do what the Son of Man was supposed to do in his lifetime. That's a bitter pill to swallow. There was absolutely zero expectation, zero, that the Messiah would die. No one expected it. And that's why the disciples ran, and we saw the miracles, we saw this, but he couldn't be the Messiah. Look at that. He died. He died. They didn't understand about a third stream of prophecy. Only Jesus understood it until it actually happened. Stay tuned. I'll tell you what that was next.